Man. Acting Man and...
Oh, I made a video called The Never-Ending Decline of Xbox, which was a follow-up to The Decline of Xbox. What could have possibly happened in the last year to warrant a third entry in this franchise?
I killed them. I killed them all. They're dead. And the children, too.
But what am I supposed to title this? What's longer than Never Ending?
Pick up the children! Christmas.
Eternal? The Everlasting Decline? I'm running out of names over here, because it's time for another episode in the series that never ends, A World Where Nothing is Solved.
This is a world where nothing is solved.
You see, last year, Microsoft closed Tango Gameworks, the creators of Hi-Fi Rush, a critically acclaimed action beat-em-up rhythm title that was one of the most unique games Xbox had put out in years. It was a huge controversy because it showed that it doesn't matter to Microsoft how good of a video game you make, they'll knock your fucking teeth in and kick you to the curb.
Congratulations, sir! You have just given me my $1 million!
Huh, great. What do I win?
Nothing! Now get out!
What?
Get the fuck out!
Around that time, Microsoft had also laid off a ton
He says, get the fuck out? Hello? Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
of other staff across their Xbox divisions and shut down 3 other studios. Now you'd think today I'd be celebrating my newfound powers of foresight in being able to predict that this would happen again. Personally, I'm actually a huge fan of unemployment and outsourcing jobs to AI pig slop.
For legal reasons, I think that's a joke.
Please, more AI slop. Let me keep consuming. You'd think I'd be searching my ancestry history to see if I'm related to Nostradamus. But the truth is, anyone could have predicted what Microsoft and Xbox have just done. What is that, you ask? Well, let's just say, cancel culture's making a comeback. Microsoft just canceled so many games, it's gonna make your fucking head spin. Games from Rare, ZeniMax, The Initiative? Layoffs have hit Raven Software, like Call of Duty? Sledgehammer?
No!
How many people did they just lay off?
Over 9,000! What, 9,000?
I don't know about you.
Which reminds me. I want to thank you all for the over 9,000 followers. I can't even express how I said I wouldn't cry. Thank you so much. When I started this, I didn't think I could get past 500, let alone, well, 900, let alone 9,000. And now I am here trying to beat you guys off with a paint. Wait, go away. So happy. You Enders. But it means a lot to me to have all of you guys' support. I hope to be an even better streamer next year. To deserve to have over 9,000 people. It means the world to me. And I hope I will continue to be one of your viewers. Why me, sorry? Gosh, I love you. You'll never again! Frick yeah! Back to our scratch. Back to react. But yes, thank you. Means a lot.
Man, but I think Microsoft earned that DBZ reference. And this comes at the most inopportune time. Like, it's the worst look.
Let me preface this by saying I want to say so much more, but I am very bad with words. Like all last night, I was like, "What do I say?" And I just like, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna what I used to do in high school, like last minute, and say some of the things that I could think of. Try not to cry. Still teary a little bit. Don't deserve it. Go away.
For Microsoft right now.
That's how I really
I would
feel.
be more angry if it wasn't so fucking funny. All these layoffs, studio shutdowns, game cancellations come right as the Stop Killing Games initiative has seen widespread universal support from basically every single gamer on the planet. Every single gaming content creator, journalist, developer, and publication. Literally just a week ago, I had this bit. Hi there, I'm a soulless corporate CEO. Yes, this includes your precious video games. We're gonna keep killing them, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. Remarkable how well this has aged in just a week. Just to put this in perspective, okay? They laid off over 9,000 people.
You should have played the over 9,000 clip again. You know I'm right.
That's more than the entire staff currently working at Nintendo.
That's actually terrifying.
What are you doing? What is going on in your mind?
Why don't we check in on Nintendo? They got to be doing something wrong, right? To counter rising development costs, Nintendo is going to explore making games with shorter development cycles. What? They're also making investments in their development teams to preserve the way they've always made games.
It's such a weird thing that Nintendo is really good at. I won't say running a company. I would say being good to their developers. But they've become such an evil corporation when it comes to like the outside of the business. Like it's like the CEO is two people. There's the one person that always takes care of the developers, and there's the other person, the outward-facing CEO, that does all the like marketing and stuff, and like inward decisions about like brand and stuff. Because good gosh, is Nintendo not the company you want to buy games from right now?
I don't believe it!
This isn't possible. You're supposed to fire people and get rid of them once they've served their purpose. What do you mean you're not firing 9,000 people to save money and make quarterly profits look better
Well, to be fair, they don't have 9,000 people.
for shareholders?
A great man once said,
Invest in teams? Like people? Human beings? Those things are obsolete. We have robots now. We have robots. Goodbye, humans. Goodbye. Your life doesn't matter anymore.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose.
What the heck? Nintendo, you're not allowed to release a new Donkey Kong 3D platformer? That genre's supposed to be dead. We tried to kill it when we acquired Banjo-Kazooie. Mom, he's cheating. Nintendo's cheating again.
what's hilarious is when it comes to the other corporations in America, they're cheating when it comes to games, but they're nerfing themselves on purpose with decisions that not even American companies will do.
It's an absolute bloodbath over at Xbox. And with that,
let's get to the kills.
okay, you remember when I did that Best of Games 2024 video, and like each month we had a little layoff counter? Bro, get this. Microsoft has collectively laid off over 15,000 employees since May of 2025. In 2 months, they've laid off more people just at Microsoft than the entire video game industry did in 2024. They're going.
I like how we're like struggling like as a country, and they're still laying off multi-thousand employees.
Going for the record. Has Xbox considered laying one person off instead of thousands? Preach! Fellas, I think it's time to face facts. Phil Spencer, he might be the bad guy.
The problem with Phil is, have they done anything good since he's become the CEO? Have they like had any improvements whatsoever? I'm trying to think. And I don't think they have. I'm trying to think of like anything he's made like decision wise that is like, but like I'm trying to think. I don't think Phil Spencer has done anything positive for the gaming company.
Excellent work, Sledgehammer. The shareholders will be pleased.
Profit margins are my responsibility.
Was your responsibility. Now it is mine. A bloody fate awaits you and the rest of your incompetent teams. And I, Phil Spencer, chieftain of the layoffs, will send you to it.
When Satya learns of this, he will take your head.
When he learns. Fool. He ordered me to do it.
At least 5 employees were
That was
laid
actually
off.
pretty cool.
The mood at Halo Studios is tense, especially when it comes to one project that was recently in crisis. Can't have shit in Delta Halo. A new Halo game in crisis?
I don't believe it.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Since
If you're wondering, no, the next Halo game is not going to be good if it comes out.
2023, there's been a general shift towards working with contracted studios rather than individual contractors to speed up Halo production. Developer says Microsoft is trying their damnedest to replace as many jobs as they can with AI agents. I told you this was gonna happen. Referencing a lot of videos. I made one about how AI is going to ruin video games. I told you, I tried to warn you.
I warned you, but did you listen to me? Oh, no, you know.
But suffice to say, the core reason for all of these studio shutdowns, game cancellations, and layoffs, just keep this in the back of your head. This is all because of a massive $80 billion investment in AI. They gotta scrape together that money somehow, and it sure as shit ain't coming.
I think I agree with, I can't remember who said it or like who's been saying it, but I think I agree with them saying that Xbox is their experimental zone now. They try work using it in Xbox. If it doesn't work, they don't do it. But if it does work, they use it in all their other areas.
From the CEO's paycheck. God bless your heart, Satoru Iwata. Yeah, this new Halo Studios that was just created last year hasn't had time to release a single game yet. They're laying people off already, man. I mean, bravo, great sign. Good job, Microsoft. Remember Halo? You guys remember Halo? Man, the killer app for the Xbox. They don't make appetizers no more. What the fuck are we doing out here? How is this studio already being mismanaged by Microsoft? They need to make cuts. This is, and like 4 months ago, Halo Studios posted that they were hiring. Gee, I bet you're gonna get some real top level talent when your working conditions are so catastrophically volatile. I remember how relying on contracted work for developing Halo Infinite, remember how that went? They didn't launch the game with a Slayer playlist. Remember that? Remember that? It's almost like if you kick people out the door every 2 years and you rely on contracted work so you don't have to pay them health benefits and all that. It's almost like that really fucks up the whole process of making a game because nobody is there from start to finish. And then you got a bunch of people coming in with like hand-me-down code. Anyways, I've already bitched about Halo. But that's a common theme here. Games failing to live up to expectations and deliver on promises while under Xbox and Microsoft.
For any FPS going out forward, we will always have split screen in going forward.
Video games are entertainment and they're art. And Microsoft develops entertainment like it's software. And that's the key misunderstanding. Code in and of itself is not entertainment. It's what that code creates and who creates it. I guess I didn't realize there were enough developers to lay off at Halo Studios after the last round of cuts. Yes, this is the second time they've cut. They don't give a fuck about Halo, bro. I'm just gonna say it. Somebody buy Halo from Microsoft, all right? I don't care if this has been the staple go-to Xbox franchise all this time. Somebody fucking buy Halo.
They won't sell it. They could be losing money with Xbox, but they won't sell it because they know that once it's profitable again, they won't be able to buy it back because no one will buy. They bought Halo because it was popular. Like, Microsoft buys whatever it thinks is the best in the industry at the time, then doesn't run it like the other people run it because they like to put all of their proprietary stuff in because they want to put everyone in their ecosystem and then jack up the prices because it's hard to get out of their ecosystem.
Somebody buy it. Get it away. Rip it from the soulless, dead, decaying hands of Microsoft. This company fucking sucks. Oh, I'm crashing out today. I'm crashing out, ladies and gentlemen, because we're not even at the shaft of the iceberg, just the tip. Hey, you guys remember Rareware? Man, those were some good times. 2 decades ago. So Rare had been working on this third-person adventure game called Everwild for about 10 years in development. They started working on this in 2014. I hadn't even posted a video to YouTube back then. To be fair, that's a ridiculous amount of time to be working on a game and have next to nothing to show for it. Except a couple trailers released 5 years into development. I'd say canceling Everwild at this point, probably the right call. But it was probably the best call to cancel it like maybe 8 years ago. Where is Xbox leadership pushing these teams to get something done?
The problem is, I don't think they are. I don't think they... Xbox was good when they weren't completely run by Microsoft. Like I said, I don't think Microsoft knows how to run half of the things it owns. It only has marketing people up at the top. And marketing people don't intrinsically understand what they're touching. They know how to market, but they don't know how to run it. And then the CEOs that are like in the little subsidies, even if they did know how to run it, they're hamstringed by the people above them. The CEO that's above them all. Because he's a marketer. And if it doesn't sound like it'll make money for him, he won't let them do it. That's my thought process as to why they're so bad at managing.
What is the philosophy? How does this pipeline work? It clearly doesn't. Maybe it's Rareware leadership. Oh, you mean like Greg Mayles? The most senior designer at Rare who has been there for 35 years? He joined the team since motherfucking Battletoads? You want to put the blame on that guy? I don't think so. Thank you for your contributions, Greg. This fucking sucks. This signals to me that what last vestiges of a soul the core of Rareware had, whatever still remained after Microsoft bought them, it has finally been smothered and killed. Such is the fate of all who follow the path of Microsoft the Soul Destroyer.
Need more souls.
But wait, it gets worse. Somehow, it gets worse. Forza Motorsport is...
So, like, that racing game is no more.
No more, claims former Turn 10 employee following Microsoft cuts. Though the Horizon series will continue. Turn 10 Studios has shuttered the Forza Motorsport space, and the team is no more. Dude, not even Forza is safe. We are
Which is like, people who don't know, is probably one of the best racing games. Like, I don't play it, but I know enough people who do to know that it was one of the best.
driving on unpaved rocky ground right now. A very sad day for one of the best car racing video games. I loved my time there. Nope, you're laid off. You're laid off. Nope, you're gone. You're good. Go. No, you're deported. Bro, look at this guy's profile picture. It's him playing Forza. Thank goodness we're shedding this top tier, highly passionate talent. Man, who gives a fuck about that guy, right? Look at him. He likes cars. What a jackass. This also from Satya Nadella. New games, new hardware, and new ways to play.
As Xbox turns 25 next year, the future of gaming is just getting started.
To give you an idea, I think they only care about Xbox Live, and that's why a lot of gaming companies that aren't under Microsoft or part of these like companies that don't care what's happening, like the indies and stuff, they won't let their game go on Xbox Game Pass. They've told you it's not worth it because one, you don't own the game. It's a legal way for them to make it where you don't own the game. And two, like, they're just going to jack up the prices. You think it's good, and then they're going to keep jacking up the price. Once they get enough people in it, they won't make anything else. Like, they'll remove ways to go outside of it. Because all their other ways will be cannibalizing it. They'll make it where you have to go there once there's enough people in there. And then they'll start jacking up the prices.
That's right, folks. We're just getting started laying people off, canceling all of our projects in development. Fuck you, by the way. I'm Satya Nadella, and I hope you fucking die. Make sure to continue to support the Xbox brand.
Over 70 people were laid off, literally half of the team at Turn 10. So they basically killed the motorsport side of Forza. It's all Horizons from here on out. You hear that, racing fans? No more competition. And as we all know, lack of competition makes for the best products. Guess you could say Gran Turismo finally won the race. Okay, that one was pretty bad. This seems to be another common trend. Xbox seemingly transitioning away from making games in areas where it...
They want to put you all in the system. That's what Microsoft wants. Which means that's what Xbox will do. Even if it means sabotaging and cannibalizing everything around it, that's what they will do.
Used to be competitive with PlayStation and Sony, perhaps embracing a publisher role.
Obviously, as one of the founding members of the Xbox team, I'm not pleased with where things are today. I don't love watching all of the value that I helped create slowly get eroded away. I'm sad because from my perspective, it looks like Xbox has no desire or literally can't ship hardware anymore. So this partnership is about a slow exit from the hardware business completely. Personally, I think Xbox hardware is dead.
I'd like to draw the court's attention to this wonderful comment. Sometimes I wonder whether it was Microsoft that acquired Activision Blizzard or AB acquired Microsoft. I wonder the very same. Well, thank you all for watching. Just kidding, that's not the end of the video. You thought it was over?
You stupid.
We're not done, not even close. Remember that studio Microsoft built from the ground up back in 2018? The one that was meant to show they were committed to building their own studios, not just acquiring others? Yeah, it was called The Initiative.
What's hilarious is that they shut this down. That's basically them saying, yeah, we're done pretending. We're done wasting money on this pretend.
It just shut down. Never released a single game. I hate to do it to you folks, but why didn't anybody take the initiative? Do you honestly expect me to believe that leadership across all of Microsoft's subsidiaries is just consistently having the exact same problem? Am I supposed to think that's just pure coincidence?
But as one trained in the Force, you know that true coincidences are rare.
Of course, along with this studio shutdown, the project they were working on was canceled too. A Perfect Dark reboot. This one is also somewhat understandable, as the trailer I thought was pretty decent, but clearly something that needed quite a bit more work. And that's the thing, sometimes projects need to be canceled. It's having the foresight to be able to do that so you don't waste 7 years of everyone's fucking life. If the car isn't moving, stop flooring it, get out and push. Complete side note, I've been looking more into the troubled development of Halo 2, and what I learned is quite fascinating. That Bungie was actually working on a couple other projects at the time, but after the E3 demo, it became clear the game needed to be remade. And so, they shut down these other projects and pulled the team to help with Halo 2. One of these projects was described to be way ahead of its time. And sure, we can file that under the what could have been folder, but the important thing is that they got Halo 2 out the door. So this is an example of shutting down a project to allow another to move forward. You know what that's called? It's called the magic M word, management. We all know what happened with Halo 2. But you need hard deadlines sometimes. You need a guy in there to kind of be a dick and get the tracks rolling. Nobody is safe at Microsoft. That has become abundantly clear. Not even the big dick money makers, man.
That was actually surprising that they shut down some of the people in Call of Duty, though. I would think Microsoft would never hire anyone there or let go anyone there because they would want to keep the image of that can't fail.
The creators of Candy Crush just had 10% of their staff laid off. Seems like we're getting arbitrary percentages, isn't it? This is a head scratcher. I need 2 hands to scratch my noggin. It don't make no sense. This is a game that made over $1 billion in revenue last year. 1 billion. This is a game that makes $3 million a day. That's right, sir. Record-breaking profits. But this is fantastic news. The development teams behind this success, kill them. Kill their families. Bring the corpses of their children to my house so I can use their bones to make my world-famous infant soup. Even Sledgehammer got hit. Now, this to me is bizarre because I've talked my shit about Sledgehammer games. I think they don't make the best Call of Duty games, but it doesn't matter what I think because they still make a shitload of money. Isn't that what matters?
The reason they make money is the people that really love Call of Duty games will buy the Call of Duty game. It's kind of the thing that WoW used to have. It had dedication, fans that were dedicated to the game. Now they're losing that. I have a feeling Call of Duty is going to be next.
More than anything else in this cold, cruel, lifeless business, generating as many dollars as possible. So if even that's not enough to save you, what the fuck is?
It doesn't even look like a military game.
How much money do you have to make to ensure job security? This is one of the most valuable companies in the world, and they're still penny pinching. It's still not enough. Just a little. It's like when Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents.
You think I could have gotten more?
Except instead of having a character arc, throwing the money on the ground and saying, I want SpongeBob, no, I'll take the 62 cents. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
He stuck up for you and you sold him out.
Mr. Krabs is not a parody or a hyperbolic, greedy asshole archetype. Mr. Krabs is the head of Microsoft. Doesn't matter how good your game is, doesn't matter how much money you make, doesn't matter how good of a fry cook you are. Satya will sell you out for 62 cents. That's what you're worth. Now you can tell things are really bad.
Feels like he doesn't care what you do. It feels like as long as I can keep telling my investors that number went up, I don't care. Which is sad. It doesn't feel like any American company cares. Like, I have to agree with some of the people that had said that once you go public, like once you come like on the stock exchange, your company starts getting worse because it has to make all these cuts to make sure number kept going up.
When other notable developers are coming out and letting their voice be heard. This is Mike Ibarra, former president of Blizzard. I'll say that again, former president of Blizzard, who says Xbox definitely wins the Lifetime Achievement Awards for laid off employees over the last 10 to 20 years. Gee, well, if COD and Candy Crush are getting hit, I mean, at the very least, nothing else could surprise me, right? Romero Games is now completely closed following Microsoft's cuts, it's claimed. This is the part where we all learned that John Romero, yes, the creator of Doom, Wolfenstein, and pretty much the whole concept of a first-person shooter, the creator of that, was working on a new first-person shooter. Pull the plug. This.
No new type of doom for you guys.
This is the first we even heard about it. They haven't even announced it. Microsoft is probably just too big for their britches at this point. They acquired all these studios and they don't know how the fuck to manage all of them. An employee at Romero Games, speaking anonymously to GamesBeat, identified Microsoft as the publisher behind the canceled title. It's a very sad day. Romero Games fell victim to the Microsoft layoffs. This was the best team I've ever worked with and my dream job. Gone just like that. It was a great project and it's heartbreaking to see it end. It's nothing less than tragic. You can see in people's statements how Microsoft just sucks the life essence and soul out of everything they touch. They are talent poison. If you want your creativity to die, get acquired by Microsoft.
I think at this point, no company should ever allow themselves to be acquired by Microsoft. If you're a gaming company, don't do it. Stay out of it. It's a bad deal. People were saying this during the Activision stuff. Everyone that supported that was wrong completely. If we supported it, we were wrong. This was a big mistake.
Here's what John Romero said. Last night, we learned that our publisher has canceled funding for our game, along with several other unannounced projects at other studios. This was a strategic decision made at a high level within the publisher, well above our visibility or control. We deeply wish there had been something, anything we could have done to prevent this outcome.
From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-karat run of bad luck.
Bro, does this list ever end? Inside ZeniMax's canceled Xbox MMO, Project Blackbird. SR-71 offline, I guess. Apparently this was a brand new IP from the Elder Scrolls Online developers.
To be honest, I don't care. Elder Scrolls was never meant to be an MMO.
Hey Phil, we've been supporting Elder Scrolls Online for about a decade now. Can we work on something else?
No.
Another common theme. Rareware? No. That's the Sea of Thieves developer. Raven Software? Call of Duty support team is the accurate term. ZeniMax? Oh, the Elder Scrolls Online guys. This has got to be crippling for morality, because if you get a job at one of Microsoft's subsidiaries, you better love that fucking game, because that's all you're ever gonna work on. Like one of Microsoft's.
Look at that. That's all the people that just got laid off. Kill that one, 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 kill that one. Let's take bets on who's next. I think it's gonna be Rare, ZeniMax, and maybe Compulsion, because you don't hear enough about them. Which means they're not making the money, which means...
Subsidiaries? You better love that fucking game, because that's all you're ever gonna work on. Blackbird was gonna have factions similar to the Dark Brotherhood, the Mages Guild. It sounds like a really fleshed out idea and world, part of a brand new IP. But MMOs are high risk, high reward.
The problem that a lot of these companies don't understand is you can only have so many MMOs. Your MMO has to be much better and much more polished than the ones that are out right now. There's a reason why MapleStory still survives, is it's constantly updating, constantly has a new character that's fun to play, constantly trying to do new things. Like, say what you will about how evil the company is behind them, but they're still adding new stuff. See? Got people playing it right now. It's because they kept adding and fixing stuff. They even have a classic mode now, which they're doing it right the first time. It's completely the same as before. The new classic mode has the old Singapore maps, right? Because I do plan on playing that. Like, there's a reason there's a reason why WoW is dying. It's because, one, it wasn't fixing the thing that needed to be fixed. It refused to listen to players, and it's getting worse. Whereas all these other MMOs that are coming out are at least on par with what WoW was previously. That's why they're getting people. They're not holding people a lot of the times, because there are games like Original RuneScape. There are games like MapleStory, like I said. There are games like I say, well, MMOs, but also you got to realize that all live service compete with each other because all of them want more people constantly playing. So Star Rail, Genshin Impact, the Horse Girl game, they all affect each other. And they don't realize they're competing with each other. I think it looks like only Star Rail maybe recognizes that and is trying to do better. Maybe. I'm not sure. The global passive thing makes me think no, but they don't understand that they're all competing with each other. You can only get so many people. And there are some people that'll never go to you. They're locked in. Because they love whatever they're playing so much that they ignore all the other stuff.
Research them anymore. They made cuts to Xbox research. Xbox is shrinking its already depleted, limited, and severely underwhelming portfolio of games even further, to the detriment of customers, consumers, and fans. And the staff that make them. Company culture and future prospects, all for the sake of what? Making quarterly profits look better than last quarters? Because
for those of you that might be confused why they do this and how this could be a good thing for them currently, at least short term, they're able to use the money they don't have to spend on all those employees as profits. They're able to market as profit. So it looks like they made way more profit. So on paper, and if they word it correctly to investors, it looks like everything's fine. We're doing very good. But eventually, there's going to hit a wall. Because they're going to have such few good products making money, or making money at all, really. Plus the fact that they can't fire every single employee, because then they won't be able to make anything. They're gonna hit a wall where everything hits, and they're gonna have to be like, well, we stagnated or we lost money, and that'll begin the downward spiral. I think we're about to hit that spiral.
The arrow always has to go up.
Honestly.
It has to go up as far as it possibly fucking can. It's so bad they even have to come out and say, guys, please. All our games are safe. From that last showcase, you know how dire things have to be to show off a game 2 months ago and say, no, wait, that one's not canceled. That one isn't canceled. I think that's fucking crazy. I might have to do a follow-up video on Phil's.
That is a little wild, but you have to ensure people that the game you just showed off isn't canceled.
Spencer's response alone,
bad.
because this is already
That
such
shows
a massive
already
video,
a loss of
and
confidence.
maybe I just need to get to the finish line. We should try that, huh, Microsoft? Now, to close out this eternal decline of Xbox, the obvious question, let's answer it. Why is this happening? Well, we could just leave it at greedy asshole corporation and call it a day. But let's dive a little deeper. Microsoft is making these recent cuts because they are all in on the AI race. Microsoft's recent cuts are more significant.
I hope some of these companies that do this fail. I'm sorry, but I hope they do. Because I want AI to be a last-ditch idea. I don't want it to be an all-in idea. Because if AI is too good, it replaces all people. Where do you think people are going to work? Where do you expect people to... What do you expect people to do if all the jobs are taken over by AI?
When seen as part of a broader pullback as big tech scrambles to reinvent its labor model, experts say. See, who needs people anymore? We're all replaceable by technology. Isn't that great? All this to help finance and fund the $80 billion push into AI infrastructure. I told you AI was going to start ruining video games, and look at what it's doing. They said it'd make game development more efficient. The only thing it's proven to be more efficient at is killing video games. Have all the money, buy all the developers, have all the talent, give them all the time, make zero games, fucking dies. What's this business strategy called? It hurts.
It's called short-term profits to obfuscate the fact that you're failing.
Fucking hurts. And that is it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for a follow-up video to stop killing games, and I think I think we got to separate Phil's response to all these layoffs and game cancellations and the
Oh
further
gosh, is
deterioration
his response insulting? His response boils down to, we're doing so great, but we have to fire all of you to make sure that it looks like we're doing. That's basically what it boils down to. Like, if you read between the
I think
lines
we
and
got to
stuff.
do that as its own video. Microsoft is dead set on this path. They're not turning away. They are going to burn up everything you once loved about Xbox, all to maximize profits and shareholder value. Consumers, customers don't matter. We could just replace them with robots too. There is no soul left at Microsoft. It's completely devoid of humanity, and it's feeling like that's the case at Xbox too. It feels like Phil Spencer's only job is to fire people. Oh man, Microsoft and Xbox have been shitting the bed for as long as I can remember. This is just par for the course. We would live in a better world if Microsoft didn't own Xbox. And that is the never ever ending decline of Xbox. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was a real cheerful, upbeat one, wasn't it? But leave a like if you did. Don't forget to comment which favorite game you are most excited to get canceled and ruined.
Ain't that the truth? But yeah, that's basically Xbox in a nutshell right now. And that was the act fan.